Well, hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode of the Tabletop Trio podcast. I'm Bob.
I'm Joe.
And we got a fun one for you. Graham is off again this week. He's not going to be here next week, but he'll be here in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
He's gallivanting.
Basket weaving, summer camp stuff.
Yeah. Things.
Pottery making.
Do they still do that?
Sure.
I don't know. I didn't go to camp.
But we got a fun one for you. We got a lot of fun announcements. Cool things that we're doing, cool things that we're going to be doing, and some cool things that you did over the weekend.
Yeah. Well, Friday, but yeah.
Friday, but Friday night's the start of the weekend. It counts.
Yeah. It was very spur of the moment. Yeah, we had D&D Friday, and as it the stars aligned. Because usually we play at Graham's house. Mm-hmm. Graham's roommates had a last minute party, and so D&D needed to be moved. So I was like, oh, well, I know I just started in the campaign for like a little bit, but like my house is available if you want to just come here. Mm. So we did. So D&D was moved to here for Friday. So through the decisions of some of the people playing, the session ended a little early.
Oh, no.
For Graham to kind of reconvene and come up with where we went.
So you guys went right when you should have gone left.
Yeah. And
was a volcano involved?
Not this time. So I was like, it's only like 9. And that vodka place that we were talking about, the 3BR porkle, egg, and cheese vodka, it's right there. We're 15 minutes away. So
just over there.
I was like, I can't buy a bottle because they're sold out completely. So I don't know if they even have tastings. So I call. I was like, hey, you guys still have the porkle, egg, and cheese to like try? And they're like, yeah, we kept a couple bottles just to taste. And I was like, sold.
Done.
So,
I'll be there in 20.
So me and Graham, right after D&D, everyone's leaving to leave, and we leave to go to a distillery. And we scooted on over to 3BR, and the place is really cool. Turns out the guys there are so fun. We were talking to a couple of the owners and you know, a couple of the workers there and stuff like that, and they were just really chill. And it turns out that there is a whole story behind 3BR. I thought it was just going to be like, it's a distillery and they make weird shit, because a lot of their stuff is very weird. That's right. The electric fly swatter behind me does look menacing, and it's there for a reason. Yes, there are corpses on it.
Not even on it, in it.
Well, yeah, once you get it in there. Don't press the button. It'll continually make noises. Proving a point to all the other bugs around.
It's like putting a head on a spike.
Yes, I could have removed that. I didn't want to.
Understandable.
Yeah, so we're talking to these guys, and it turns out the grandfather, they are from Russia, and the grandfather was a moonshiner. But this is Russia. It's not moonshine. It's vodka.
Oh, yeah.
So their main drink, or not vodka, their main one was it was pea-based, like peas, not pea.
I was concerned.
Peas-based.
Because when he said moonshine, I'm thinking...
Yeah, no. So it's a pea-based, like whiskey, which Graham tried. He tried an old-fashioned with that in it. And it's an acquired taste. I tried a little bit of it. It is firmly, you taste what is essentially frozen peas at the end of the drink is what I got out of that. But they did have everything there was very interesting. They had the pork, egg, and cheese, which we did try shots of.
How was it?
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And then the last drink that I got was called Bubblegum. Because they can't say double bubble, but it is bubblegum.
Okay.
And it came in a little tiny glass with a baseball card on top.
That's awesome.
So I was like, okay, really interesting. What's this about? So I take a little sip. You remember the bubblegum flavored mouthwash for kids?
Yes.
It tasted like that, but without the terrible aftertaste of mouthwash. So, very interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. Still alcohol, by the way.
Yeah.
Firmly alcohol. Very weird. Very interesting. Really liked it, though. So then we're talking to the guys. We're giving us the backstory. I see a TV playing, and I'm looking at the TV, and I'm like, that looks like very old Russian cartoons. So I take a quick video, and I send the video to my wife. And I'm like, she'll probably know who that is. And then the guy noticed I was taking a video, and he's like, oh, it's all these old Soviet cartoons. He was explaining the plot, and it's like their version of like if Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny and Donald Duck like got together. That's what this cartoon is.
Okay.
So as he's explaining now, double what is happening. So I was laughing, and I showed the guy who like works there. He goes, oh, there's a ton of Russian people that come in all the time because we are a Soviet era distillery. We have a lot of like our recipes were like the grandfather's like Soviet, and the 3BR came in because apparently there was prohibition in I think the 80s over in Russia where they had men used to drink 2 bottles a week of like vodka, and the prohibition was 2 bottles per month per family instead of per person.
Oh,
so there's a big difference.
Yeah.
So that's why all this started. So the place was very like traditional distillery these days. No roof, like paint the ceiling black,
Like rafters kind of thing.
rafters. But they have original Prohibition posters from Russia,
Oh, that's
like
cool.
framed, which was cool. They had a little newspaper section on the wall, which had the newspapers from like the news of the time, talking about prohibition and all this other
Oh,
stuff.
that's so
And
cool.
apparently they were like legit newspapers, so they're not like copies. And they made them into like one of those walls that kind of like when you peel back, you
Mhm.
see that part. So that's what they did, that part. And then the whole bar, which is most of one of the sides, had I guess they had an artist come in, and basically they gave them a bunch of the Berlin Wall like artwork and had the
Oh, that's
artist
so cool.
like redo. He's like, turns out a lot of Nazi stuff on the Berlin Wall. Didn't put that part in. Like, good to know. Good to know. But yeah, it was really cool, guys. We were chatting for a while. They do esports stuff, which I had.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's a curveball.
That's definitely interesting.
Yeah, and then he's like, you guys should absolutely come out and do like a podcast here. And I was like, tell me twice.
God, that is so cool. I'm looking at the pictures that you sent our group chat.
Yeah.
That is such a cool looking place.
Yeah, it was very very Prohibition Russia style is what they were going for.
Caught this person at a very terrible time.
Says you. That's a fantastic picture. They said they do the TV that they have up there, or the projector or whatever it is. They show like old Soviet movies, like Soviet propaganda movies and stuff like
so
that.
cool.
And they show like they do the cartoons. So we were watching like Saturday morning cartoons, even though it was Friday at like 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So it was really cool. It was a really cool experience. They were really nice. And then we tried the pork roll, egg and cheese vodka. So we had what opportune timing. One of the creator of it happened to be walking by. And I was like, so what's in this thing? Because I noticed on the website lactose was one of the main ingredients. And for those of you who don't know, Graham is lactose intolerant, and I am mildly lactose intolerant. So I was like, Graham, once we drink this, we
gotta leave.
We're on a timer. So we try it. He goes, okay, so there is, if I'm not mistaken, 21 pounds of everything bagel seasoning, and I think 15 pounds of fried pork roll. So that's what's in.
That's amazing.
Then he adds.
The fact that they call it pork roll too is automatically a plus 50,000.
Oh, that's hilarious too. They sell 2 bottles. One is pork roll and one is Taylor ham. And I'm fairly certain.
Playing both sides.
I'm fairly certain
See who
that
comes
it's,
out on top.
it's the same ingredients. There's no difference. So I thought that was hilarious. I was laughing very hard. Yeah, they do have pork roll and
Oh my
Taylor
God.
ham.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really funny. And then he goes, there's lactose in it. And that's there for like the smooth like cheesy flavor.
Okay.
So that's what the lactose is for. So it's very interesting colored.
It looked questionable.
Yeah, it was very dark. Kind of like it looked like whiskey, but like cloudier.
Yeah, I don't.
It was it's weird.
Looks like someone's very dehydrated.
Yeah, so we go, you take a sniff, and the first thing you smell, first and foremost, is everything bagel seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly garlic. You smell a lot of garlic. I guess because garlic is the most potent ingredient in their everything bagel seasoning that they used.
That makes sense.
So we take a sip, try to get like a flavor on the palate, try to figure out like what this thing is about. And you get a lot of everything seasoning, like first and foremost. That's like your main flavor. But then you get like the grease of the pork roll. Like it's smooth, like it's very smooth. You get the saltiness of said pork roll. And then you kind of, because that the lactose, you get like just this very smooth kind of like weirdly cheesy taste. So we both take a sip, and then we just looked at each other. We were like, "What?
How?
What?" So then we're talking to the guy. You know, we're going back and forth, and we brought up that we're in a podcast, and I saw this earlier this week, and I needed to come check it out. And he goes, "Well, you guys should definitely come out and like do an episode here. Like, we would love to have you on a day." Apparently,
Done.
people do D&D there on Sundays. They have a group that comes in Sunday. They put 2 tables together. And
That's
they
so cool.
Yeah, they play D&D there. They have board games.
So we need to A, do a session there, and B, do an episode there.
Oh, darn.
Oh, no.
So they were really cool about it. And then I was trying to come out. I was like, what could I do with this? Because, you know, we'll do an episode, so we got to come up with something. And I was like, I think I got it. And Graham just looked at me like, I don't like how quiet you were for like a prolonged amount of time. And I was like, no, I figured it out. And maybe it's the pork roll, egg, and cheese alcohol talking, or the bubblegum. But, and the guy is right there, like the bartender, where he's looking at me. I was like, what if I reduce this pork roll, egg, and cheese vodka into like a vodka sauce style sauce, and then make a pork roll, egg, and cheese, and pour the pork roll, egg, and cheese sauce onto the pork roll, egg, and cheese, thus making the Peck Squared.
It's just... that would be amazing.
So I think that's what we're gonna try to do. We got with them on social media. We added. We're gonna message them and see what times work, what we can figure out. But I'm probably gonna get a hot plate and bring it there, and then see what we could do. Like
So we do a live cooking demo
at the distillery. I'm gonna see if they let me do it. I don't know. We gotta try it. And I've killed Bob. I don't know. It's worth a shot. Like, you bring a little flat top, bring a couple eggs, couple slices of pork roll, couple bagels,
make some breakfast, and we'd have to do it in a way that really only for us, because I'm sure they'll have like food safety laws and like that.
No,
kind of
they have BYOF.
Huh?
Yeah, that's what all distilleries do. It's bring your own food because they don't allow you to. Otherwise, it's like a restaurant, and then that's a whole.
That's right. Yeah.
So technically, we're doing nothing wrong.
So anyone who's there that night, can
anyone
just be
that's
like,
there,
let me get one.
Anyone that's there could technically just grab the Peck Squared.
That is honestly amazing, and that might have to. I feel like though that's something we'd have to try out beforehand, just because it's
100%
live,
100%.
Because I wouldn't want to be like, "Hey, let's try this." Oh, this is awful.
Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. Yeah. No, I would have to get a bottle, which I told them. I was like, so how do I sign up for this? Because it's sold out and there's no more pre-orders. And they're like, yeah, we're gonna add another pre-order on the website because a lot of people are asking. And I was like, me? How do I put my name in
I'm
first?
asking right now.
I have ideas and I want to do it here with you guys. I have ideas and plans. Because I was talking to Graham about it. I was like, I wonder how I could incorporate this flavor into, like, not just drinking, but, like, what can I put this in? Like, use vodka for like vodka sauce.
Yeah, like a vodka sauce or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't, like, you can't use this as a vodka sauce. This and tomatoes would just not be good together. But like, there's gotta be other stuff, which is where I came up with the Peck squared. But
that is a really good idea.
there's gotta be like other stuff, or like I was talking to Graham there, and I was like, what if we just bought a bunch of like weird ass mixers, and then we just tried like random cocktails? Like, what if instead of a screwdriver, we use this instead? So it's orange juice and a pork roll, egg, and cheese. Like, technically, breakfast of champions. It wouldn't be called the screwdriver. I guess it'd be the pork driver. And I was like, well, we'll shop the name. I don't think that.
Well, because I was even thinking Bloody Mary. Because typically you with Bloody Mary, it's tomato juice and vodka. Why not tomato juice and pork roll, egg, and cheese?
Yeah. See, so then I got even further.
Because then you could like turn it into a Jersey stereotype. As I'm sitting here doing one of these,
Yeah, no, you could.
You do the bloody soprano or something like that,
the bloody pork,
or call it the Jersey Turnpike, but actually
the bloody roll. So, well, then I started getting even like crazier things, because like I was like, what if like you this is such a weird flavor that you don't know what would accidentally make it delicious. Like, what was it? Was it vanilla vodka and cream soda? Back in the day, tasted like cupcakes. Like, I was like, what if we just bought cream soda? And like, you put the cream soda in the pork roll, egg, and cheese. What if it just comes out amazing? Or like Dr. Pepper. There's already like 37 flavors in Dr. Pepper. Just add 3.
Yeah, because I could see the sweet and savory kind of thing going together.
That's what I was saying when we were tasting it. I'm like, this is a very savory, because you have it's a lot of the everything bagel seasoning is like a lot of what you get. So I was like, there's got to be like, with that flavor, there has to be like something to bring it back. So I was like, like even like orange soda might work, or something like that. Like, we would have to just buy a bunch of shit and just experiment.
That's what we do as an episode leading up to the show. We
bring our favorites.
Will it blend? And we bring in our say 3 favorite mixers.
Will it roll?
Ooh. Yeah, so we bring in our like 3 to 5, mixer ideas.
Yeah, the top ones.
We like the 3 of us talk before the show, say, okay, I'm bringing these, I'm bringing these, I'm bringing these. We lay it all out. We might need to stay the night. I might be working from your dining room the next day.
It happens.
It's a Thursday, so it'll be D&D anyway, so it'll be fine.
It's fine. But I'm just, it could be, it was a very, very interesting flavor that I've never tasted before. Like, even as a drink, it was very strong. But not like alcohol strong. It was just
flavor wise.
Yeah, like just punch your face with flavor. So glad we went. Glad they had it to try. Glad we ended up going, because the guys were really cool. So like, just preliminary shout out to them if you guys are in the New Jersey, Central Jersey area. Definitely give a swing by. They were really cool. They had a ton of different cocktails. They had a ton of different alcohols. Like I said, they don't just have like 2 drinks. They have like, I think 6 or 7 different alcohols, and they have like meads. They have what did they have? They had honey something whiskey, I believe. They had a gin that I'm fairly certain my wife would love. It was like lemon, mint, and something else gin. It just really interesting, like things I've never heard of together.
That's so cool. I'm like trying to look, because there's a picture you sent of the bubble.
Yeah.
Or the bubblegum. And it had the menu in the background. I'm like trying to take a look to see what some of the other menu items are.
Oh, they have the menu. I don't. It's not on my. I doubt it's on my phone anymore. They had QR codes, so you just scan the QR code, and then you could do. You could like place your orders from the QR code, which is kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Let me see if they. I think I closed it. Yeah. Now it's gone. Yeah, that would have been convenient, but nope, gone forever. Yeah, it was cool. I think they had the menu online, but you could do that. It's a 3BR. Just search them; they'll pop up. But very cool. We'll be going back again with or without cameras. Not sure which one's first, but we'll figure that out.
In true tabletop trio fashion.
100%.
Don't know how it's gonna happen, but we'll get it done.
Yeah, but it'll happen.
You know.
It's just what happens.
Well, speaking of fun events,
Mm-hmm.
we have a new one coming up for us.
Yes.
August 17th and 18th.
Mhm.
We're going back to the Hot Sauce Friends. We're doing the Philly Hot Sauce Show. It is running Saturday, October 17th, or August 17th. Thank you. And Sunday, August the 18th. And I cannot wait for the show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're not going to be there.
Yeah, I thought it was the last week of August, and then it hit that I'll be in a different country, and I was like, no. Oh, no.
And I think it especially hit harder because this year I will be one of the judges for the Philadelphia Hot Sauce Festival.
Indeed, you will.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we were asked, and I was like, oh, I'd love to judge. I didn't know you, like, of course, like, I want to. And then I was like, it's the last week of August, right? He's like, 17th. And I was like,
No.
fuck. I'm like, of all the times to judge.
Right.
So,
But yeah, so I will be one of the judges for the Philadelphia Hot Sauce Show.
do us proud.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. One of my coworkers from work is also gonna be another judge.
Yep.
As well as Chris, Captain Cook's Food.
Yep. He'll be in there.
Who super great dude.
Yeah.
We hung out with him for a little bit at the Boston Sauce Party. He was a judge for that. I love following him on social media.
Yeah.
He's got some great videos.
Yeah, we just watched one where they made some sandwich, and they were like, don't use bread, use this other thing. And then me and Elena at the same time were like, oh, absolutely not. And then it cut to him going like, no. And then eating like a piece of bread. And I was like, yeah.
And he's like pulling the bread apart
Yeah.
slow. It was like watermelon. Use watermelon
use
as
watermelon.
a bread. No.
I was like, no,
Just-
why?
I
Stop
had
it.
that exact same visceral reaction.
I was laughing.
But some of these vendors that are going to be there in Philly, I'm excited. There is Barbaro Mojo, which is a Cuban hot sauce.
Yes. Were they the ones that wanted to do an interview with us?
Maybe.
Yeah, I got to double check. Someone wanted to do an interview with us, and I got really excited for it, and then I realized that I wasn't going to be here, so you guys are going to have to take the lead on that one.
The Bam Bam Fire Club,
That sounds fun.
which they're also new. I haven't seen anything from them yet.
Yeah.
What company are you? Chiliplants.com, where you could buy yourself some chili peppers, some plants. Crumbly Kitchen, we met them at Philly last year.
Yep.
And that was like their first ever show. They had
Yes.
just started out, so very cool to see them come back.
Yeah,
DEF CON is going to be there as always.
of course.
They're also going to be doing the pizza challenge,
Of
which
course.
you're not going to be doing this year.
Sadly.
Earthquake Spices, which I think they're new.
Yeah, I'll
to
be
the
there in
show.
spirit.
Family Band is going to be there.
Yeah, they're
Heckler
again.
Hot Sauce.
I think they were.
They
they're
might have
new.
been at.
I think they're new.
I think they were new. Yeah. Ron with Hell's Kitchen, of course. Hot Graham with Lauren Graham. Is It Spicy with that Chipotle mayo.
Yep.
John DeMintz
Nice.
will be there.
You're gonna have to give me a couple bottles again.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to. Well, the thing is, for Sunday, I can only go for like half the day because
Got it.
I have
That's
a
the buy day.
Yeah, well, because that's well, actually, no, it can't be that. It can't be the.
Oh no,
Biac.
you're going right there.
Because I'm going straight from that to a coworker who had passed away. His wife is also a coworker of mine. She's doing like a thank you for your support barbecue / pool party
That's
at
cool.
their house. So we're going to be doing that. So I'm going to leave Sunday a little bit early so I can head over there.
Makes sense.
So I'm going to have to do all my purchasing on Saturday. / whatever I'm getting for free after judging.
Oh,
Because
God.
there's going to be a lot of sauces.
Every time.
Let's see. Harmacy. Yeah. Harmacy Hot Sauce Company.
Oh, I never.
Which I think they're new.
They're new.
A lot of
At
new
least
people.
to me. That's great though, because there's like, it's always a good like. We love going and seeing everybody, and it seems like there's like the core group, but it's always cool to see these local, like who pops up where a little bit more
Yeah.
local in the area, and then all of these like new vendors that pop up that are local to the area.
Mhm.
So it's great to have like, you know, you have like the group in Boston, you have the group in Philly, you have a group
for
in New-
Saucetoberfest.
Saucetoberfest, and then there's like another one in New York. So it's cool to have like these groups of like, yeah, there are mainstays that kind of like our core
They
bundle.
travel, yeah.
Yeah, but then you have like the specific to that area kind of bundles, and it's a
Mhm.
great way to kind of always keep branching out and learning and
Yeah.
like tasting new things.
Let's see. Not Joe Mama's Sauce is going to be there. I think they were in Philly last year. I love this name. The Ragnarok Hot Sauce Company
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
with one of the coolest logos.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Very Norse. Couple of triangles intertwined. Renewal by Anderson Windows.
What?
Let's see. Revolution Hot
Stuff
Sauce.
for when you break through a window because it's too hot.
Right? SD Sauce is back. They weren't at Boston this year, but she's back. Great Thai hot sauces.
Yes.
Love them. Spice Beast is back. Great guy. I need to get his the taco rub again
Yeah.
because that one was really good.
Yeah.
Spices of the Sun is back.
This is a big one.
Shore Sauce.
This is a bigger show.
The One Love Jerk Hut
Nice.
is going to be there again.
Love that name.
And of course, John from White House Station Sauce Company.
Of course.
Their partners, Fuego Box, Neshaminy Creek Brewing. Obviously, it's at Neshaminy Creek Brewing.
Mm-hmm.
Cast Iron Kyle is going to be there. Tabletop Trio as well as Full Slice Podcast will be going there.
It's going to be a
We
lot
might
of
have
fun.
to be the full table podcast that weekend.
Do we upgrade to real signage, or do we stick to duct tape?
I think we might be at duct tape again. I got to remind Kyle to bring the damn banner. And I'm sure, John, if you're watching this or rewatching this,
Yeah.
remind Kyle that we need that banner.
Yeah, don't forget the banner
Because otherwise, we're going with this logo
right there.
that you see up on the screen.
Still solid. Still fantastic.
It's so good. That might be one of my proudest, like, last second, I'm just going to throw this together moments.
Oh, it was fantastic. It was so good. Because it was just like, I had a dumb idea, didn't know if it was even possible. Like, it'd be funny. And then you're like, no. I got this.
I'm like, Joe, get me internet.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Got
Boom.
it. Yeah. Hook it up to 5G, hotspot my phone, download 5 gigs of photo editing.
All to download one single PNG
Yeah,
of duct tape
to download
that I used 5 times.
used 5 point something gigs of hotspot, all of my fast hotspot for a 13 KB piece of duct tape.
An Arial font. Like, looking at it, it just looks so dumb.
But it's perfect.
It's so good.
It's perfect.
It's missing a piece of duct tape on the bottom because it fell off.
It's perfect.
We just put duct tape over our logo.
It was fantastic. I regret nothing. It was amazing. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. That's a big show. That's a lot of hot sauce.
Mm-hmm. There's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
There's really not a whole lot.
We'll
in
have Graham for that, I guess.
there. Yeah.
Graham Bicho. Be like Joe. You do the pizza this time. He did marshmallow last time, right?
Yes.
You do pizza this time.
And then this year they have the Golden Skill Awards, the Marshmallows from Hell. Let's see, the Wing contest is back again. Philly Fire for best sauce on a dog. Spiked pizza eating.
Oh, I was like, what's Spike Pizza?
Spiked.
Spike Pizza?
My brain wanted to say pizza and eating at the same time, so the Spiked Pizza party.
I kind of like that.
It's a me, you know.
It's a Spike Pizza.
Hey.
Hey.
Oh, hey. Oh, God. But yeah, that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yes.
So yeah, those are the 3 judges. We might have one more. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because Kyle was like, hey, can you think of anyone else who might want to be a judge? And I'm like,
yeah. I don't know if Graham was going to be judging or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he was talking to me. He was trying to see if he can get all of the bottles a week before to see if I could try to get them all beforehand.
Okay. Yeah. To do like your own judging.
Yeah,
free.
like just to give it, and then you guys would have like, you wouldn't know my numbers, but they're all there.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. So we'll
so
see
maybe
if we can
you
get
will
that.
be a judge.
It's 50-50.
Judge adjacent.
Yeah, it's just if we can get all the hot sauces in time. That was, I think, the key. But we'll see. We'll reach out. We'll figure it out. But still, I am sad I'm going to miss it. I will try to eat some hot sauce over in Armenia.
What an Armenian hot sauce would be like?
I'll find out, because they have chilies and stuff, and they have, I'm going to try to absolutely smuggle back some Armenian red peppers, like seeds, so I can grow it.
Yeah.
Because it's my favorite pepper. But it's not spicy. It's like red pepper flakes meets paprika. It's not.
Ooh, so a little smoky, little.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a really, like a little sweet, little spicy. It's a good little, it's fantastic on fish and meat. It's just like a seasoning that's on all of my food that's meat related. So I want to try to grow it. I want to see if I can get the seeds to grow. Elena's been doing really good. I know you can't see it. It's up here, but like you're just out of the view of the camera. She actually is growing, I believe now, 2 avocados.
Wow.
Like she took the seeds and did the thing.
Yeah, because I remember for a while it was over here and just kind of in a plastic cup.
Well, it was over there and it was growing and everything was fine. And then we finally got flowers, and then the cats were just like, "This looks yummy."
Oh no.
So Elena was like, "Okay, first of all, bad. Second of all, higher." So
yeah, you can barely see the bottom of the
pot
of the pot.
Yeah, but it is growing. We have a light on it. It gets light like 18 hours a day or something. And it seems to be going good. And then we have all the stuff in the backyard. I don't know if you saw over there all the tomatoes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, first forage came from the side of the house, and we have not learned our lesson, and we planted entirely too many tomatoes.
Amazing.
So yeah, gotta make sauce because they're all the San Marzano tomatoes.
Yeah.
So they're all sauce tomatoes.
Yeah.
So now I gotta be here like a
so
friggin-
tabletop trio pasta party at the end of the harvest.
Yeah, I have to do I have to be a Nona right now, probably Sunday, just blanch,
slow cook all of everything.
Blanch like 24 tomatoes over there, and I'm sure by the time Sunday rolls around, there will be more from the backyard.
So what you're saying is Sunday dinner board game party.
I'd be down.
Just saying.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's been doing good. So I'm like, all right, maybe now's the time we try to smuggle some seeds back. try to grow some Armenian red peppers.
That's awesome.
What do they look like? I have no idea. I'll find out while I'm there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll find out what hot sauces are there, if any. It's got to be something.
awesome. Oh, there has to be.
So I'll try to bring some back. Try to bring back some ethnic hot sauces. we still got to work with White House
Mm-hmm.
and make that General what's his face.
The General What's His Face sauce.
The General
Forget the
What's-His-Face
dartboard sauce. General What's His Face now.
General what's his face.
And that's what we're calling it.
And that's it. But yeah, but we have another thing that's happening, which is
Yes.
super
Make sure it's in camera.
make sure it's there. We're back. Starting this Monday?
The 5th. So not this Monday, next Monday.
Next Monday. We will be streaming the TNR races.
Yep.
We
Broadcasting live.
We will be broadcasting.
The official broadcasting partner of the Total Nonstop Racing League.
I'm so excited.
It's going to be so much fun. The season starts August 5th, every Monday night. We're going to be broadcasting it right here on all of our live stream platforms, Twitch, YouTube. Once we hit 100 likes on Facebook, we'll be going on Facebook as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're going to be broadcasting the Total Nonstop Racing League.
You think if we take the Sunday night football theme and run it through AI to make it Monday night, it would be different enough for us to stream it?
I mean, I could always just look something up.
No, I want that the waiting all day for Sunday night, but I want that AI changed to Monday night, and I only want that 7-second clip for the races. Can it be done?
I'm sure there's a way.
I'll figure it out.
But yeah, that is going to be so much fun. The broadcast is going to start around 8 o'clock. We'll have a bit of a pre-race show. I'll do a track guide.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea to pre-record like a couple of laps around each track just of me by myself. And this way we can be like, oh, here I am going through this corner. This is what you're going to see. This is what you're going to expect. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that could be a real fun thing is if I run through with their cars and see what kind of lap times I could put down versus like actual drivers who know what they're doing.
Right.
Just so you know, like
These guys are very good.
Yeah, the everyday person runs this lap. And this is how fast they're going. Notice the 5-second difference. Now, 5 seconds might not be like a lot, but if you multiply that to 300 laps that they're about to run, you notice that you're not going to finish the race with.
But yeah, that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. Races again start 8 o'clock, probably like 8 to 10, 8 to 9:30, give or take. 150 laps usually, or 150 miles, whatever comes first. That's going to be a lot of fun. Joe and I are going to be on the call. I'll be doing play-by-play, Joe doing color.
Yep.
Except for the 2 weeks that he's not going to be there because of vacation, all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah, but we'll be back. We'll be doing it. And then,
and I'll still be broadcasting the races that Joe's not at.
yeah.
I'll probably just have a different color commentator.
It's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. I have so many questions that I want to ask, like, all the drivers just to have. Like, I want to know, like, I want to get, like, not a Google Doc. I want to get, like, an Excel document for, like, dumb things. Like, what wheel does everybody use? Like, I just want all the wheels. I want to see which is, like, the most common wheel that is in use. What is all the pedals that are in use? I want to see, like, who
Put together the
runs-
list and put it in the league Discord.
Yeah, I
because
really-
they will answer it.
I know. I want to have these questions in, and I want to be able to fill it out to have like those the lower third information. Like if we switch to a driver, I want to be able to have paperwork to just be like, this is blah blah blah, and he likes pasta. Like I just want stuff like that.
Favorite
Like I just
food.
Yeah, I just want like dumb questions. Favorite food.
Favorite hobby.
Yeah, what's your favorite hobby outside of racing? That kind of stuff. I just want like those dumb questions to bring up as a color commentator.
Yeah. And it's always like the most absurd, like in 6th grade, he had Mrs. Fields, and
Yeah.
Mrs. Fields once said that he'd never amount to anything.
Yeah.
Here he is leading the final lap. You're a winner. Congratulations.
That's so weird. Number 8, his puppy's name is Mrs. Fields. Like I want that guy. That's just what I want. I don't know.
Like, it's just stupid shit like that. That's what's going to make this season so entertaining, because they're going to get a great broadcast, but they're also going to get that entertainment value that you don't normally get, because every time I've seen like other broadcasters do it, it kind of turns too much into, hey, this is going to be sports talk radio, and not, this is the show. This is what people are watching. We need to have fun with it.
Right.
Bring the personality of the drivers out onto the broadcast. Have our personality shine, and I think it's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I'm hoping that that's what we could do. Do they usually run a pit crew? Like, do they have like?
Oh yeah, there's going to have to be pit stops and all that.
No, I mean like do they have like radio?
Oh, like a spotter and everything.
Yeah.
Not usually. There might be like one or two guys, but for the most part, it's just
racing.
Just their guys.
Just try to figure out who we could pull into the booth.
Oh, we can pull them in during like cautions or different things like that.
Yeah. It's like, you know,
Or
what
practice.
happened there? You should be like, shit happened. It was bad. I said go low, he went high. It was bad.
It was a thing.
But yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm really excited for a lot of the opportunities that we've been getting. Super grateful because you know, a lot of this is like first, at least for me, it's first time stuff. Like, yeah, I've never been a color commentator. I've been doing this for a while, but this is not color commentating. This is just speaking at a camera. Color commentating is it's a little bit different. I've noticed, because
Yeah.
when you're color commentating, like, yeah, you could start telling like a little bit of a story, but for the most part, you still have to stick to like what everyone is looking at and make whatever you're about to say also about that.
Yeah.
So you can't just like go off into Narnia, as to where normal podcast, we just keep going. We just go left and we just keep going left.
Yeah.
So
the best way to describe what a color commentator does, and I use this analogy, this is how I was taught to do color commentary for radio broadcasting, is think of it like an artist doing a sketch. Play-by-play is the outline. You know, right now, looking at this painting, this picture behind us, it's a bridge in fog. The color commentator has to turn around and say, oh, yes, well, that's the Golden Gate Bridge. The bridge is currently in a dark color with a lot of white, puffy clouds seeming to rise above the clouds. Is this bridge? Like, yeah, you add quite literally the color to a black and white outline. And that's what the color commentator does.
yeah.
So the color commentator can have more fun with it, can get more descriptive. Oh, he slid up the track. He did this. He did that. Whereas I would just say, oh, trouble, looks like the 18 kind of slid up and got into the wall. Joe, what happened there?
Yeah. I'd be like, well,
Looks
someone
like he clipped the
touched bumpers.
apron. He went one way, the car went the other way.
They kissed, but in a bad way.
Bad touch, bad touch. Oh, no.
And that is what we call non-consensual.
Oh, bump drafting.
And we're canceled, right?
Yeah. Well, and it's cool that this season, the cars they're using the cars from the early 2000s. So it's the Gen 4 cars.
The fun ones.
So they have like 900 horsepower. The front bumper is lower than the back bumper. So the minute the front bumper gets underneath the back bumper, it lifts the front car's wheels off the ground, and that car will fuck off to Narnia. So super speedway racing is going to be super interesting.
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. So, yeah, don't forget to tune into that. If you're not big into racing, this might be a fun little gateway in, because it's not a full NASCAR race. It's not going to be 4 hours long.
No.
It should still be fun. You'll be able to chat. You'll be able to ask questions. We'll be able to, answer whatever questions you have while the race is happening, so you can get more information
and interact with us.
Yeah, and interact.
Cheer on your favorite driver. You could watch us both on Twitch and on YouTube as well. So if you have a favorite driver, if you're a friend or a family member of a driver, cheer them on. I know a lot of our guys, like, their parents will watch, or like their significant others or best friends will watch. We have one guy in the league who's a ninja. He's been on American Ninja Warrior multiple times. He owns a gym and runs a league for it.
So he has the reflexes of a cat.
Yes. They literally call him Ninja Phil. We have another guy who everyone jokingly, not even jokingly, like seriously calls him the Canadian Dale Earnhardt because he's just ridiculous on super speedway tracks. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of these guys we've been racing together for almost 15 years now.
It's been a minute.
I've known this guy Garrett for about 15 or 16 years online.
Yeah, so
like
it's been a little bit. I'm really excited. I'm glad we were able to kind of step in when they had some issues. I'm glad we pitched the idea. I didn't think they would go for it because we don't have any experience, but
yeah.
I guess you do. You have experience, so that would be I don't have experience. It's new
both
to me.
Real world and racing.
Yeah, you have the experience.
Doing play
twice.
by play.
I don't. But I feel like I am quickly becoming the jack of all trades podcast / co-host guy, because anytime you need something like photographer, I'm your guy. You do color commentator, I'm your guy.
Still patiently waiting for the NASCAR schedule to come out for next season. Joe,
And
Dover,
Ion.
Pocono, where are we going? Also, if none of those work, let's just take a trip somewhere.
Yeah,
Do a road trip to Charlotte. Let's go to
we'll
Indianapolis.
figure it out.
Shit, go to New Hampshire. We'll go to New England. Get some lobster, and I'll shit my brains out.
Nah, it's whatever. It's worth it.
Yes.
Do they make lactate for lobster? Is that a thing?
Lobster aid?
Can anybody answer that question?
Chat.
I'm not allergic where I need an EpiPen,
It
But-
just makes
but
my
I-
tumbly rumbly.
but I would like to not have my stomach fall out. Does anybody have a pill for that? Is there a powder I could put on the lobster? I'm just asking for a friend.
Or is it just heartburn disguised as my stomach?
Only one way to find out. What if you took lactate before?
I should just take a whole cocktail of like
La-
antacids,
I was gonna
lactate,
say lactate,
Tums.
Gas X, extra strength Tums.
Beano.
Just put them all. Just get them all in there.
All right, lobster roll. Let's do it.
I'm ready for you now. So I don't know. I'm excited for all the future stuff, which is part of the reason I got a new phone.
Really?
Yeah, and what's been crazy is I am now realizing that like 90% of the people I talk to think there are only 3 phone companies. And that is wild.
Yeah.
So I bought a OnePlus Open, which is the OnePlus version of the Samsung Fold, except it is literally better in every single way. So people have been asking, they're like, oh, you got a new foldable. Is it the new Samsung? I'm like, no, it's the OnePlus. And they're like, oh, the Samsung OnePlus? I was like, no, the OnePlus.
OnePlus.
They're like, oh, that's not a model? I'm like, no, it's a company. It's a whole company. They're like, oh, what does it run? I was like, Android. It runs Android. They're like, oh, I thought it was just like Google and Samsung and Apple. Like those are the 3. And I'm like, and Motorola and OnePlus and Xiaomi and Huawei and fucking Nokia's back somehow. I don't know. I think BlackBerry is
Death, taxes.
they're really holding on.
Cockroaches and Nokia.
Yeah, they're just back again. But it was so like it. If it was one person, I wouldn't have even bought it up. I would have been like, yeah, whatever. That's funny, haha.
Yeah.
at least 6 people have had no fucking idea that OnePlus is a real company. I'm like, it's at T-Mobile.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's the shitty one that no one buys because it's like $300 without the contract. Like, don't buy that one. It's a bad phone. But it's there. You can get it. It's a thing. It was just, I was like, holy shit. We've gone that far in like phone technology where people just think there is.
So here's the thing. I don't think it's phone technology more than it's marketing.
Oh, well, yeah, but
Because no one has ever seen a OnePlus commercial.
right. Well, there's no OnePlus store. Any place I've gone to get that phone doesn't have any out on display, nor do they have any in the store. You have to order it and then it will ship. Like, I wanted to get it from Best Buy. Best Buy doesn't sell it in a store. They don't have it on display at a store. They don't have it anywhere. T-Mobile only, at this point, basically sells iPhones and Samsung phones. And then they have like 2 or 3 really, really, really cheap, like T-Mobile branded phones that are like, I think HTC technically manufactures them. That's kind of how
All
it
the
is.
bloatware.
That's kind of how it is with all the companies. Verizon, AT&T, it's iPhones, Samsung, and then some really, really cheap phones.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Google at least has the Pixel, so they have like their own advertising behind it, but they're in Best Buy. But other than that, they're not in stores, so you really don't get the Google stuff too often.
Mhm.
I think T-Mobile does have Google, like the Pixel lineup. So those are the 3 that anybody going into a cell phone store can see.
Yeah.
And it was wild because I've been wanting this phone since all the reviews came out and said that it was fantastic, but I was never able to see it and hold it and really look at it. And I don't like buying phones without experience because specs are one thing, but the way the phone actually feels, completely different.
Yeah, because you could pick up the phone and feel like it's made cheaply or of like flimsy materials or something like that.
Even like the screens, it might be like, oh, it's a really good display. It's got really high specs. And then you look at it and you're like, the colors are all off. It feels shitty. It's supposed to be high refresh, but it's not. Like there's so much, or like the cameras, really high spec cameras, but then you look at it and you're like, they're not really that great. The best thing that I was able to do was when I was at CES this year, they had a Google booth. And in the Google booth, they had all the Android phones available.
Oh, cool.
All of them. They had a folding section. They had the regular section. They had the small section. They had like every single phone that was Android based can be held and touched and played with there. I was like, this should be everywhere. Like this should be, everyone should be able to do this because the price ranges in that store were like $300 to like $2,200. So like the whole spectrum was there.
Yeah.
And I was able to finally grab one of these and take some photos and hold it and like see what the little bump thing feels like in person. And I was like, yeah, this is 100% better than my phone. 100,000%. It was immediate. And the biggest thing with this one, or anyone who's looking for one, a phone that needs a really good camera, Hasselblad is back. They used to be old 35 millimeter, like actual cameras. Their sensor technology they finally started putting into phones, and I think the new DJI drones, the more expensive ones, also started getting the Hasselblad lenses. But man, does this thing take really clear photos.
I can imagine.
To the point where I actually got another OnePlus for my wife. I got her the non-foldy version, but it has the same camera lens system because, you know, we're going to Armenia. We want to take photos.
Yeah, you want to have good pictures.
Her camera's like, and her phone in general was like 5 years old. 6 years old. It was up there. So I was like, it's time. It's
Yeah, not me being kind of stuck into the phone that I have. Plus, plus my girlfriend's like, if you ever have a green bubble, I'm going to be breaking up with you.
Oh, they killed they killed that. We're good. They fixed it. We're good. Because Google uses RCS, which is their version of iMessage, I guess you can call it. And Apple just did not want to
Oh yeah,
believe that it was a thing until I think the EU like made them like
thank you,
you're
EU.
you're gonna get a fine if you don't like cut this shit out. And I think they did fix it. So that was good. Interesting.
Yay, scam.
They're here. And he's not even viewing. Boo, boo on you. Let me ban him real quick. Boop. Boop. Okay.
Oh no, message deleted.
Oh no. So yeah, it's really, really interesting, really good, really fun. But yeah, RCS, it is a thing. You can now, I believe, if I message you, like a text message, you should not see a green bubble. You should just have a normal bubble, and like the emoji stuff works and all that kind of stuff.
Because my brother has a Pixel,
Mm-hmm.
and it still shows up green.
I wonder if they didn't act. What service do you have?
Verizon.
I don't know if Verizon activated it yet.
That'll probably be it. Because
I think T-Mobile activated it.
Okay, because she has AT&T, I have Verizon.
Yeah, let me.
So,
I'll double check on that for
because
anybody who's interested.
I missed out on the trade in your old, trade in any iPhone and get this, get the new 15 or whatever the newest iPhone is for free. And I'm like, I want to do it, but like my phone's not terrible yet. So probably holiday I'll be upgrading my phone. And I was telling her, I'm like, I kind of want to get the Pixel, but at the same time, I can't get the Pixel because I'm an idiot and I have an Apple Watch. These are the only two Apple things that I use every day now.
So I believe
Because my MacBook Pro is 15 years old at this point. It's a 2010 MacBook Pro.
So I believe that people, I think it's the EU, is yelling at Apple to make that usable for like non-Apple people. And then I think they did the same thing to Samsung because Samsung, I'm in the same boat. I had a Samsung watch. Half the features only work with a Samsung phone.
Yeah.
So people were like, or hear me out. We just take the Samsung APK and sideload it onto your new phone. And yep, that works. Don't tell me what to do. So apparently if you have iOS 18, there is an option you could turn on in messaging. Settings, apps, messages, toggle next to RCS.
That'll be in the new iOS when that comes out.
Oh, so it's not up.
Because right now it's 17.
So,
is what's current.
So if anybody has the beta, because apparently
So I could sign up for the beta, but I'm not about to put the beta on my phone.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. Once the 18 happens, you just toggle a button, RCS turns on. So that's why whoever's in the beta can turn it on and see what that's about. So yeah.
So
Then
eventually I'll be able to get a non-iPhone.
You'll be able to get a non-iPhone and no one will know.
I'll be able to escape the madness that is the Apple atmosphere.
Yeah, everybody telling you you're poor because you have green bubbles, which is the dumbest thing.
It's
because
so dumb.
This phone is twice the price of an iPhone. But no, I'm the poor.
Well, and like, because I have so many things that I fucking hate about Apple.
Mm-hmm.
I hate myself that I was such an Apple fanboy in college. Because going into college, every time they're like, no, well, you're a communications major, so you need to get a MacBook so you could run Final Cut because that is the industry standard for video editing. Because clearly you're going to be a video and a TV person and you want to get into TV and movies for being a communications major. And I'm like, dude, I want to be in radio. Oh, well, you'll want to be in TV even if you do want to go to radio.
Eventually, TV.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
so now I have a 2010 MacBook Pro that I have not upgraded, and you know, it's now 2024, so it's 10 years old, man.
Hey, I have an 8-year-old laptop I'm
14
still
years old.
using. That's for an arcade. It still runs, still gets the job done.
Dude, I'm shocked that that thing actually works and turns on as quick as it does.
Yeah.
Because it's got like an OG solid state drive.
Yeah, that was the time. 2014, 2015 is when they started really rolling in.
Well, this is a 2010.
Yeah, that was really old. Like, at the time, that was like new.
Mm-hmm. I think I don't even think it has it. It might have a terabyte.
It might not even have a terabyte. I'd be surprised if it
You know,
had a terabyte.
I think it might be 500 gigs.
Yeah, and even then, that was probably top of the line. Because
Oh yeah.
I remember I bought my laptop in 2015 or 2016, and I paid just a hideously stupid amount of money because 512 gig M.2 drives just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Because before that, we only had the 250s or the 256s. So 512s came out, and I bought this new laptop, and I was like, oh, I'm so smart. I'm going to put two 512s in a RAID 1 so I can have a terabyte of M.2 storage. That's stupid. They're so ignorantly stupid. It was like $1,700 for hard drive space. So stupid.
So my computer is so old right now. It is not obviously able to be upgraded through the iOS.
Mm-hmm.
It is the max iOS that it can be made.
Mm-hmm.
Chrome cannot be updated.
Yeah.
I cannot run the newest version of Google Chrome, the web browser,
Yes.
on my computer because it's too old.
I'm wondering, I'm just Googling real quick on MacBook Pro. I wonder if they could do this, if you could put Chrome OS on a MacBook. Like, I think it is Chrome OS. I think that's what it's called. Chromium? No. There's another fork. There's a thing that they make that's basically like a Google, like Chromebooks, but it's not exactly Chromebook. It's like Google OS is what it actually technically is
Mhm.
what like Chromebooks run. And I'm interested to see if you're going to use Chrome OS on a MacBook, just sell the MacBook and get a Chromebook. Oh, because they're saying it's a 2017. Yeah, no. No, we need to go back. It's not a 2017. It's 2012.
What, mine?
Yeah, or 2010.
2010.
2010.
It's a mid 2010.
Chrome OS Flex. That's what it was called. It failed. Install on a 2010. I think it's a thing. Chrome OS Flex is a thing you could do. Bob, we might have some. Install Chrome OS Flex to your existing PCs and Macs with a 6-second boot up time and automatic background updates. You can have you have updates again. Whoa! You could be secure. Chrome could run like the new one.
Because every time I turn it on and I open up Chrome, because the only time I really use my laptop anymore is to upload the episode. And even then, I don't use it anymore because we can upload the podcast version directly from our board here.
Yes, we can.
So, I mean, ultimately, I want to get a new laptop just for like audio, like small bits of audio editing, on the go recording if I need to, like, you know, different things like that. So I don't want to get a Chromebook, but I also don't need to get like a laptop.
Yeah.
Like a tablet with 2 USB ports, I'm good.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I need to start researching.
I mean, even this has the one USB, but it's USB-C. So you could put a hub on it.
Yeah.
And then you could have anything the hub is connected to, including HDMI.
Yeah.
It's a thing you could do. So I think
So needless to
iPads
say, after the show, you and I are going to talk about laptops or tablets.
yeah, I know. I always tell everybody like, oh, if you can get a desktop, it's the best option.
Yes.
But like my wife just got a gaming laptop that was it's like a little 14-inch Asus ZenBook, I think. Screen is amazing. Battery life is good. Keyboard is phenomenal. Has webcam built in because she likes to move around the house and play games.
Yeah.
And, I don't care where I'm sitting. If I'm going to sit down to play a game, I'm just going to sit in my little, dungeon corner and just play a game. I don't need a window. I don't need anything. I'm just going to sit down here and play a game.
Yeah.
But she's like, I like a view. I like changing where I'm going. I like moving. I was like, all right, it's time. You get a laptop. You get an Xbox controller. Move around the house. Feel free to do whatever you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been great. I think she really likes it. She says I'm a nomad in the chat. She follows the sun around the house, which is hilarious.
Well, I always joke with my girlfriend. I'm like, you're just an overly complicated houseplant. Like, drink water, get sunshine, you're good.
I tell her she's a cat all the time. Like, you follow the sun, you sit where the sun is, you're a cat. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that tracks.
Is what it is. But yeah, there's so many different options you could do now, and for anyone who is shopping for laptops and tablets, do yourself a favor, go to Best Buy and search whatever you're gonna find or look for, kind of find the spec that you want, and then go ahead on the bottom right under the add to cart, just like a little bit further down. There's a little button that says check open box for blah amount. Go ahead and click that button and then look in your area and see if there's any open boxes for what you're looking for. So the laptop that I got my wife was an open box item. It was in, quote, good condition. So scratches, dents, stuff like that. It was a $2,200 laptop on sale for $1,900 with the open box down to $1,499.
That's
so
not bad.
Almost $1,000 off. I go into the store. I'm like, can I see the laptop? Because it's an open box.
Yeah.
And it says it's dent and scratches. I want to see if it's on the screen. It's perfectly fine. The charger had a scratch on it.
Oh.
So that's why the charger was in good condition. Thus, the whole laptop was in good condition.
Yeah.
This tablet is a $600 tablet. I got it for $239. Open box, good condition, scratch and dent. It was on the back. There's a case. I don't see the scratch anymore. Oh no. Like, it is. No, it's too late. You agreed with the cat thing. You said it while I said it. You agree that you're a cat. It is what it is. Sorry, I don't make the rules. So just,
I mean, the plant thing though does track.
It does. The plant thing does track. But yeah, do yourself a favor. Always check open box if you're looking for something, because they might have like really good deals. Sometimes if you're looking for something that was on clearance, that like just hit clearance, they might have an open box. And because the item went on clearance, the open box also goes on clearance. So the open box gets even cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just do a little bit of research when you're shopping for your stuff. It could be any laptop, tablets, sometimes desktops if they were like the pre-whatever desktops. Yeah. Like
Just found one like $1,400 tablet for $900
yeah. So like it's
in fair condition.
in fair. So fair's a little bit worse.
Yeah.
I try to go with good or excellent.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the gist. So I have the Lenovo not Extreme. I just have the Tab, but this is the 12 or 12.5 or whatever this is. And honestly, does absolutely everything I needed to do with no lag.
found the 11-inch for $130.
Yeah, so the 11-inch is kind of shitty because it uses a different processor that is slower. I did a lot of research when I was finding this guy, trying to find like the best bang for my buck. The Google Slate, whatever their tablet is, the Google tablet, was really good, but it was more expensive, it was about the same price as this with like normal pricing, but they didn't have any open box. So with this open box, it ended up being like $100 less. So I went with this. If Google had the open box, I would have went that route. I think the Google one is a better tablet, but for the $100 difference and the price I was trying to spend, this was the better one.
For two whatever, that's a pretty damn good deal.
Well, for me, that $100 difference was I knew I was going to get the keyboard attachment, which is $80.
Yeah.
So I knew that $100 was either I get the tablet period or the tablet and the accessory I wanted. That's my budget. That's what I'm working with. So
because that'll probably be what I look into.
Honestly, it works very well, and it does have a PC mode, which I'm currently using.
Yeah.
So you guys can't see it, but I do have like a split screen of like what's going on Twitch, and then also our little agenda notes and stuff, which is nice. I have my little touchpad and
all
keyboard.
I need on top of that is the ability to run Acrobat.
Oh, it's on there.
Sold. This way I could bring it to D&D, have a little less clutter. I'm looking for literally every chance I can get to actually roll well.
So More Purple, More Better doesn't run on this because it uses Java, and Java isn't supported on
like anything anymore.
No Android. But I do use D&D Beyond on this, and it seems to function pretty well. And if you have your stuff just on a PDF, you just throw that on there.
Yeah.
Call it.
Because I know I can save the More Purple, More Better as just a dumb PDF.
Yeah, you could
to
flatten
open
it.
on another computer.
Yeah, you just flatten it.
Because I think in Google Drive, I save it as both the regular and a flattened PDF. Just in case I need to print it from work.
You never know.
That is good to know.
I have Adobe at work, and it'll always open with the ActiveX controls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, fine.
But I feel like this is a pretty good jumping off point for us tonight.
Yeah.
About hour 15 into the show.
As always.
But thanks again, y'all, for hanging out with us tonight. Don't forget, we go live every Wednesday night right here on Twitch and YouTube, 8 o'clock-ish Eastern. And you can check us out on all of our social medias as well. The website, tabletoptrio.com. It's going to be right there on the bottom of your screen. So for one final time, I'm Bob.
I'm Joe.
It's been the Tabletop Trio podcast. Have a great night.